Okay, so in this series, we're going to start off with the finishing move first, and then we're going to add on how to get to the finishing move. So our finishing move for the little babies is always going to be the armbar from the mount. Everything's going to funnel to the armbar to the mount. And our basic coaching advice for the 3 to 6 year olds is going to be knee to the ear, foot to the ear, hug the arm, and that's going to get changed out to hook the arm, hook the leg when they get a little bit more understanding of it. But the basic one is hug the arm, and then when they sit back, it's going to be grab that hand like a sandwich. So knee to the ear, foot to the ear, hug the arm, and then sandwich grip. That's going to be our coaching advice for that age range. Okay? Okay, so here we're going to work on the armbar from the mount for the little kid version. Okay, so here. As a parent, just have them just lie down for them here. Let them sit on top of you. Sometimes they won't even have their knees on the ground. That's fine. Just have like they could be up on their feet like this. That'll happen often, but if you can, and they can't put their knees on the ground, have their knees on the ground. Okay, so from here, I just leave my elbows up high for them, and I'll just say, work the armbar, work the armbar. So I'll start saying, put your knee to the ear. You slide our knee to the ear. Okay, and then the other foot here, we're gonna slide up, foot to the ear. Like so, and then we're gonna hug the arm. With little kids, we just hug the arm, okay? When you're first doing it, like if your kid's new, this is perfect. Just give yourself a big hug, like so. Okay, the next one's gonna be kick the ball. When I'm kind of this, we're gonna lean forward, kick the ball. Just pretend I do a little imaginary ball above the head. We're gonna kick the ball and put 2 feet together. And our last thing I wanted to work on was a sandwich grip. So if I was hugging the arm here, when our sandwich grip is with our fingers on top, our thumbs on the bottom, and we're gonna hold the wrist like this with like a sandwich. As a parent, you can make it a little fun. You can kind of wiggle your wrist around so they get kind of used to holding it, just kind of moving around. And you eventually start leaning back for the finish. Okay. As a parent, just always tap. Let your arm go straight. Just tap, even if it doesn't hurt. Just kids don't care. As long as they feel you tap, they're like happy that they beat an adult. Okay, so once again, it's gonna be here like this. We're gonna slide our knee to the ear, foot to the ear. We're gonna hug the arm, okay? And then we're gonna kick the ball. Just pretend a little imaginary ball above the head. Move forward and kick the ball. Oh, like so. Okay, then you can lean back slowly. Okay, our sandwich grip. Make sure you just rotate your hand around so you get used to that little bit of resistance, and get the submission. Okay, so now with little kids, since the size disparity is so big, they do a lot of things. So even when you say knee to the ear, it's pretty specific for adults, but for little kids, it's not. Okay, so I've seen this happen a lot. I'll say knee to the ear, and they'll put their foot up here, and they start putting your foot by the ear, and say, no, first one's knee to the ear. And they're like, and they look at you like, yeah, it's there. That's it. So one way I fix that is like, I just grab my hand, I touch your foot. It's like, is this a foot or your knee? Is this the foot or the knee? And they're like, that's a foot. I was like, and then I say, what's your knee? And I point to the knee. I start touching the knee. Whatever you want them to do, just touch it. Okay, that's the easiest way for them to realize like, oh yeah, okay, that is my knee. And then they're like, they'll put their knee back down sometimes, and they're like, knee to the ear. And then they, like push up a little bit, and they're like, go. I was like, is that knee to the ear? Is that touching my ear? Is the knee touching my ear? And they're like, yeah, no, more, until it physically touches the head. I keep telling them more, do it more, move more. Okay? Now foot to the ear. Okay, once I get here, to do better arm bars, I don't want the foot by the hip line. I want the foot high underneath the armpits and preferably foot to the ear. Okay? So here I just say foot to the ear, so I start walking the foot up here and I try to hook it around. Now sometimes kids are a lot smaller than you and they'll like over your shoulder like this, that's fine. For little kids, I don't care if the foot goes over your arm, under the arm. It's going to depend on how big or small your kid is. Okay? So for the basic one, if you have like a real 3-year-old, 4-year-old, hug the arms fine. That's perfect. Okay? Just hug the arm. A lot of times they're going to sit on their butt, and then they're going to kick the ball over the head. That's fine. At that age range, I don't care about them doing it perfectly. As long as the feet comes over the head here, and then I start making little fun. I don't like let them. I just don't put my arm back. I do the hands gonna move all the place. Go, get the sandwich grip. Get the sandwich grip, and then we start sliding it back, sliding it back, sliding it back, and then we get the submission. Okay, so those are two pretty common ways that the armbar, little kids will interpret the armbar even though you say knee to the ear. Okay. When you get a little bit more advanced, your kid can do that version pretty well. I just change the vocabulary to, instead of hug the arm, I'll say hook the arm and scoop the leg. Okay. So here, you have knee to the ear, foot to the ear. Maybe your kid has done it 30, 40 times. They can do the hug the arm pretty well. Okay, so we're going to work on hook the arm and scoop the leg. So the hand is on the high top, on the head is the high side arm. So this one's going to hug the arm. Okay, and we're going to hug the arm. Okay, and then I just want them to grab the arm with their hand. I want them to use the hooking with their elbow. That's the grip I want. Hook with the elbow. If they want to grab the shoulder, you can grab their own shoulder, grab the gi. I don't really care too much of that part, but the elbow, we're hooking with the elbow. So even when I'm here like this, I'll say, are you grabbing with your hand or are you hooking with your elbow? And I tap them on the elbow. Are you hooking with your elbow or are you grabbing with your hand? As a parent, the more you do this, the faster that you're going to learn. Just the vocabulary plus touching works the best. It's just the way, of my experience, is how it works the best. Okay, now we're going to work on scooping the leg. Okay, so when I'm here like this, I want to scoop the far leg here. You can scoop either leg, but preferably I want to scoop this leg. Okay, the reason I want to scoop this leg is that I can cheat. Okay, so when they're here like this, if they sit on their butt and they try to throw the leg over, as we get better and better and better, it's not as correct as the other ways. Okay, so here, when I tell them to scoop the leg here, I'll pinch my heel to my butt a little bit, so I grab their arm with my leg. Once I grab their arm with my leg, here, okay, I just like push my leg down, and it helps. As I push my foot to the ground, they're gonna tilt it. So this is what happens. I scoop the leg here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I scoop the leg here, and then as you put your foot to the ground, it's gonna pull them. Okay, so here like this, as you pull the leg down, it's gonna turn them. Okay, and that's what I want. I want their head a little bit closer to the knee, and then when I say kick the leg, kick the ball, the foot's gonna come right over the head, and then they can fall down after. And after that, then I start wiggling my hand, and I start grabbing the sandwich grip, and we fall back, and then we got our submission leg. Okay, so that's how I want you to finish every match with your kid, the armbar.